Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for turning me on today. Today we're going to talk about just a simple thing that we all take advantage of. I know I did. It's just one thing. If you're going to change something to put into your diet, or if you're going to change or tweak your lifestyle to get down and lean down on your weight, or to have better looking skin, whatever the case is, if you want to make a tweak in your life for one or two things, this is it. The essential thing that we must do in our life by tweaking just a little bit our health and our well-being is drinking a ton of water. I've talked about water all the time on this channel, but the bottom line is I took some time to really focus and prioritize my hydration, and this is what happened. I drank a gallon of water a day. And I know you've heard this maybe on other channels. You probably heard it on other things that are about talking about fasting and how much water you should be drinking a day. I know that sounds like a lot, but if you try this, then I think this would help so much to get through your day. So my intake of water has been 16 ounces, and I would do 8 glasses. I work from home, so I drink water at my desk, and I keep a glass in front of me that I refill. So it makes me get up, walk away from my desk, take a break every hour and 5 or 10 minutes and just go and drink it. Pretty much that simple. So first thing in the morning, I get up and I drink a 16 ounces of water, and then I go for my walk. And that is part of my fitness regimen that I have tweaked as well, to make sure that I always walk every day instead of just walking, say, 4 or 5 days a week. Instead, I walk every day. Then I get my day started. And so it got easier and easier as the days went on, and I don't even think about it because it's part of my daily habits. You have heard that it really becomes a sustainable habit if you're doing something that you have started new and can sustain that for 60 days. It just becomes habit, and that is something you can take with you lifelong. Physical performance, meaning in my workouts, they have been sustainable longer, and I have more energy to do that because I'm more hydrated. So I had better endurance and muscle performance, and I just noticed, because I lift weights, that it is very much a way of depleting your energy pretty quick, right? Because you're trying to confuse your muscles and exhaust them so that you can recover a lot more quickly, and then you're building more lean muscle, and then you're losing the fat, and the percentage of fat has been coming down. With the hydration of your muscles and your organs, then it all performs better, and it's put together pretty well, and recovery time is amazing. Now, the other thing is the hydration in my skin. It looks a lot better. So I know it's tough to see when you're on camera and you have lighting going on, but the texture in my skin is so much more softer and smoother. I have noticed that I had been having outbreaks, tiny little bumps, heat bumps, whatever the case was, but more so I know it's hormonal. And so hormonal outbreaks, taking supplements and things like that. My skin, again, more soft, more subtle. I'm using less makeup. I really noticed that because the skin was so dehydrated. I noticed as I drink more water and I put a lot of moisturizer on, I noticed that I needed more moisturizer because it never felt like I can get enough on my skin. I mean, it just sucked it in, and it still looked like I needed more moisturizer. So with the water intake, I'm using less of the moisturizer, and meaning that it's lasting longer, and so I'm saving money because I'm not buying as much makeup and moisturizers for myself. The water helps moisturizing my skin and changing my texture where it makes it softer, more manageable. At the same time, it reduces the dryness. You know, it's always been a battle with the bloating of the stomach, and also just having that feeling of not emptying out your bowel movements as well as you should. So if you're drinking more water than you ever had, you'll notice the difference that you're having regular bowel movements, detoxifying the liver, so that's helping move the toxins out. And then also, the gut is your emotions. That's where your emotions lie. And if you are not moving out regularly all the trash and the toxins and everything that we're breathing in and we're eating and taking in from the environment, then it will backfire. And that causes the anxiety, the depression, again, holding it in your gut. And so the water is helping move that out and move things along, so you're feeling refreshed, you're feeling lighter. With the anxiety and depression, that gives a decrease in that burden that you're feeling, and it's lifting. It's lifting as long as you're managing that gut. And the other thing is, you know what, your pants fit a lot better if you're not feeling bloated all the time. And after eating a meal, I used to always bloat up right away. Not so much. It's decreased a lot, and as the day goes on, where you're getting later in the afternoon and the evening, you have that feeling where your gut is just extended and it looks like you're pregnant. That is the one thing that I realized that has changed, and I don't feel as bloated, and I can put on another pair of pants, say at 5 o'clock in the evening, and it's almost like you're getting up in the morning when you have that feeling of having a flatter stomach. I don't really snack as much as I used to. Before, I always felt like I needed to eat more in between meals. I always felt like I wasn't really full. But again, that's more about being dehydrated versus feeling like you're just hungry. Those hunger pains, and you have to question it to yourself and ask yourself, am I just bored, or am I feeling stressed, right? And that causes that binge eating feeling and feeling like you need to always snack. But if you're drinking that water and drinking 16 ounces, say every hour, okay, while you're obviously in your work day, say banking hours, like 9 to 5. And if you do that every hour, 8 hours, then you're getting the gallon that we are looking for. So the appetite, it does suppress that, and you will feel a lot better and feel more under control, and not feel like you have to always go back into the cabinet in the evenings and feel like you need to eat more. So that kept me from eating outside of my normal meals, and that's where I noticed that the weight management came under control as well. So I did continue to lose weight, and I will tell you about that on the next video. But in this video, with water itself, that is something to just treat water as an appetite suppressant and also a weight controller. Since I mentioned this before, I would say the last thing about that is that the water did give you that mental clarity and focus. So, you know, I noticed that I am more focused in my job and working at a faster pace than I usually do. Because sometimes, you know, after you had a meal, say lunch, you feel a little sluggish and maybe you feel like you want to take a nap. And usually that's because maybe we're eating higher in the carb side, or we're just, bottom line, not flushing those toxins through of the food that we just ate. You're not digesting properly, right? Which I discussed just a little while ago. But now I feel the mental clarity because things are flowing as they should in your system, because you are giving the intake and hydrating yourself. So again, the focus was there, and I feel like, you know, the work flow in my day, at the same time it gives you that better cognitive function, I think you understand what I'm saying. And so if you just continue to water it, just like you water a plant, you're watering your brain and your organs, and then you will see the benefits of it with the clarity in your mind. I hope that inspires you to prioritize drinking more water in your day, because at the same time, this is about self-care. And that is the one thing that we can change. We don't have to do a lot of drastic tweaks to make a big impact. So this is just an example to show you the change that has happened to me as I uptaked my game in hydrating my body. Now, everyone is different, and it may not be for you, but look at just increasing your water intake of wherever you are right now, and then up the game, say another quart. You know, maybe you're already drinking quite a bit, 8 glasses, say 64 ounces a day, which is still outstanding. But if you're not getting these benefits that I mentioned here, then maybe just uptake it just a little bit, and just one tweak when it comes to this simple addition to your self-care routine. If you are interested in any impact coaching that I do have a link below, and please take a look, and maybe we can get together and work on some things that would help you in taking care of yourself, but also it's about the mindset and accountability that can help us all to reach your personal goals. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Thank you for watching, and always remember, you can begin again. Talk to you later. Cheers.